Well, it all comes down to this. One of the last home games of the regular season before PHSC goes off on a very far away, distant road trip. PHSC going up against the Manatees. Can the Bobcats get their second conference win of the season? Hello, my name is Robert Lischak, your voice for Bobcat Sports, and this is Bobcat Pregame Now, the pregame show for all of your athletics. And tonight, the Lady Bobcats hoping to do something here. They're on a 2-game losing streak. The Bobcats hoping to do something magical because the Bobcats themselves are in a very complex situation in terms of their schedule. So right away, let's get right down to it. Let's focus on the pregame now. For the Bobcats here, the stats you need to know about PHSC as of this broadcast. They have 9.66 kills per set, which is actually up compared to other games. They have 13.38 digs per set and a 165 hitting percentage. Breaking that down for you, a dig means that it is a saved ball. A player goes down on that court to save it as the ball is coming down. That means that those shots are coming very high, very fast from the opposite team, which we'll get to in a minute. PHSC having a very hard time. 1-5 conference record, a 167 win percentage. They have a 3-10 overall record, 7th in the division, and they are on a 2-game losing streak as of right now. Now, for the Manatees, State College of Florida, they actually have less kills per set, 8.37 kills per set, but they do have higher digs, and that could tell you something about this team, the one word, scrappy. 14.32 digs per set, and expect around 2 blocks per set, 2.03 to be exact for all your math heads out there. They have a 289 hitting percentage this season. They have a 1-5 overall record, a 167 winning percentage, and they have a 1-5 conference record. This is an even team in terms of conference play, in terms of overall record, if you're really thinking about it. It's an even match compared to the other teams like St. John's River State College or Lake Sumter. And for the Bobcats, just letting you know, overall record through recent games, well, look at it. Look at it right now. September 7th of 2025, they lose. It's a shutout, 0-3. 10th, 0-3. The 12th, they get their win, 3-0. It's the 13th now, 0-3. They lose that one. In their most recent game on the 17th, they lose 1-3. As you can see here, it's mostly shutouts and mostly hard-fought first sets, and then it slips away from them. And this leads me to the question tonight for PHSC. What do the Bobcats have to do in order to win? This is a very important game, and I can't stress that enough. Every game is important. That's what Deanne Wilson has told me before the start of this broadcast. And so I'm going over some of the most basic points that we discussed already. Speed, speed, speed. All right? When I say that this team to my left is scrappy, they are scrappy. They go down for those digs. They accelerate when they need to. The Bobcats themselves have shown speed in certain parts, but when it's not going their way, they start to slow down. The Bobcats cannot do that tonight, especially against an even-ranked opponent. Thread the needle on passing, right? PHSC women's volleyball is so important because they have high levels of communication, no matter what season they've had, from season 1 to now. Communication has been the front, the building foundation for every single team here at Pasco-Hernando. So for PHSC, they have to understand that communication has to go everywhere. I stress to you that volleyball in itself is the most team-oriented sport you could ever find in the world. It is constant speed. It is constant adrenaline. And if you cannot keep up with your teammates, you are dragging them behind. So that leads to improve on coverage. We talked about this, right? The upper front line is doing pretty well. The Great Wall of Pasco, as I like to call it. I'm talking more of the corner shots, right? Maybe where your middle hitter is, your opposite hitter. We've seen where those balls that go up in the air, they go straight down, they go past maybe Sydney Freyer or Bravo or Hernandez. That is where points are going to be made for this particular game, I think. You may never know, but these particular points for PHSC, those left and right corners are very important. And then we talk about rising stars raising the game. Every player is important. I cannot stress to you that, right? The Lakers are not great just because of LeBron. I said that last year about the basketball team. Same thing here. Barber is getting into her own, right? Hernandez is great. O'Call up front is great. You have, for example, Gonzalez, one of the sophomores on this team, up front. Fantastic. Freyer coming into her own, has faltered a little bit in the past couple games, but nevertheless, there is a foundation. This team is full of mostly freshmen, right? 13 new players, 4 returners on this roster. So you have to understand that this leadership core is a very different dynamic than having multiple veterans all on a same team. There is no 14 veterans on this team. There is only 4. And this leads to my last point as we have 4 minutes and 9 seconds left. Prepare for the road. PHSC is going to go on a 7-game road trip, right? PHSC is going away for a while. And we understand that home games are easier to win than away games. So momentum is such a factor tonight, right? If PHSC can win this game, that could potentially translate to when they are away. They need to have that familiarity. They need to have that consistency, that same feeling, the same plays, the same momentum, and apply that for the next 7 weeks before they come back in early October. And PHSC understands as well that if you are on the road, you have to give 10 times more than you do here because it is different. If you win a home game tonight, right, that will be translated positively to the next couple games as we enter early October into mid-October, as potentially they may sneak in somehow, some way to the playoffs. But they're 4-10 right now, or 3-10, I should say, hoping to be 4-10, and PHSC themselves are hoping to get their second home conference win. They're hoping to do the same thing they did with Jacksonville. They're going up against a scrappy, but again, a team itself that is below 500, the Manatees. So PHSC knows that this is such a vital game. This, in their own way, is the wild card round of an NFL game, right? Right, we don't want to be like the Miami Dolphins saying you have to win a game to win a game because if you don't win a game, you lose a game. Deanne Wilson has emphasized that leadership has to be put in place, that there has been fantastic moments of college volleyball only for the pressure to start to mount and then slip away from them. The win, the W, disappearing into the sunset. And PHSC knows it's a lot harder to win if you win away. And so with 2 minutes right here, we will take a quick break. Again, my name is Robert Lischak, your voice for Bobcat Sports. Volleyball action coming your way. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
State College of Florida Manatees and your Pasco-Hernando State College Bobcats. At this time, we ask our fans to please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Now, it is time for our player introductions. For State College of Florida, number 0, Ava Turner. Number 1, Ariana Spainhauer. Number 2, Johannes Colon. Number 3, Sabrina Cajon. Number 4, Sarah Stokey. Number 5, Lily Shoemaker. Number 6, Janisha Graham. Number 7, Addison Konopka. Number 8, Bailey LaHaye. Number 9, Abigail Jaquay. Number 10, Natalie Shaween. Number 11, Alina Hernandez. Number 12, Liliana Plasiaki. Number 15, Maya Sharp. And number 17, Erica Freeman. Now, for your Pasco-Hernando State College Bobcats. Number 1, La Latina Cardoso. Number 2, Isabella Gonzalez. Number 3, Vicky Aquino. Number 4, Alana Carter. Number 5, Sarah Hernandez. Number 6, Avery O'Call. Number 8, Maria Cubero. Number 9, Isabel Carew. Number 10, Caden Barber. Number 11, Houston Shaw. Number 12, Kaylee Brackett. Number 13, Kaylin Polano Reyes. Number 14, Alanis Colon. Number 15, Sydney Frayer. Number 16, Amy Jordan Cruz. And number 17, Andrea Bravo. Now, let's go Bobcats!
Welcome, everyone, here. My name is Robert Lischak, your voice for Bobcat Sports. It's women's volleyball. The Lady Bobcats up against the State College of Florida Manatees. The Bobcats hoping to get this home win before they go away for an extensive road trip. Again, we are here in Newport Richey, Florida, Building K, inside the West Campus. PHSC having a 3-10 overall record. Meanwhile, the Manatees, to my left over here, having a 1-5 overall record. They also have a 1-5 conference record. PHSC also has a 1-5 conference record. As the Manatees to my left here, getting ready to go. The Bobcats to my right. State College of Florida is wearing a dark navy blue with a lighter shade of baby blue.
You pronounce my name Elena.
Elena. Elena Carter. Just getting the correction there. I do the PA as well, so I apologize to one of our volleyball players. Great volleyball player, by the way, Elena Carter. So once again, State College of Florida wearing a blue, a navy blue, and light powder blue. Meanwhile, PHSC wearing that black and yellow uniform. As PHSC will have the ball first, number 14, Alanis Colon, the freshman from Orlando, Florida, putting the ball in motion. She sets it up in the air. First touch, here comes the set for the Manatees. The third touch attack, great block up front. Manatees keep it in. There's the first touch set by Gonzalez. Barber with her shot. Ball is deflected back up in the air. Ball set up by Colon. Set Gonzalez, fake out. Hernandez, her shot, great dig up front. Great opportunity to reset. And PHSC with the point thanks to the effort of number 8, Maria Cubero, the freshman from Wesley Chapel, Florida. Number 14, once again, Alanis Colon, the outside hitter from Orlando, Florida, puts the ball in motion. Ball is up in the air. Here comes the set by the Manatees. Fake out, hard shot block is deflected, but put back in. Number 17 for the roster there, Erica Freeman, the middle hitter from Indianapolis, Indiana, gets the point for the Manatees. The game is tied 1-1 early inside the first set as number 0, Ava Turner, the outside hitter from Riverview, Florida, puts the ball up in the air. First touch by Bravo, set by Gonzalez. Shot by Hernandez. It goes out of play, way too far on that side. It is now 2-1 right now. Manatees leading early inside the first set. Again, a team has to win 3 sets in order to win the game. They have to reach that by reaching 25 points or leading by 2 when they reach that specific marker. The outside hitter for the Manatees puts the ball up in the air. Colon, Gonzalez, Barber, her shot is a point for PHSC, but it actually goes the other way. I'm looking at the top official. He pointed one way to PHSC. The official down here next to me went on the opposite side, but it is 3-1 Manatees leading. Here's the attack by Hernandez, and a great block up front by the effort of Maya Sharp. Number 15 and number 17, Erica Freeman, adds a point for State College of Florida. They lead 4-1 early inside the first set. Ball is up in the air. There's Bravo, Gonzalez, fake out, hard shot by Barber. Hernandez, Bravo, back to Hernandez. And an easy point by PHSC. Cuts the lead to 2 for State College of Florida. PHSC down by 2. It is 4-2 right now as number 17, Andrea Bravo, the sophomore from Davenport, Florida, will serve for the Lady Bobcats. Ball is up in the air. Here comes the set. The attack and a attempted dig there by Hernandez is a little too late. A hard shot by number 15 for the Manatees, Maya Sharp, the rotational player from Tel Aviv, Israel. As we see who's serving the ball, that is number 8, Bailey LaHaye. There's the set by Colon. Hernandez puts it back out. They reset here, the Manatees. And a great shot, a floater trickling down by the Manatees there. Unfortunately, one of our very own Bobcats could not get it in time. It is now 6-2, a 4-point lead early, as once again, Bailey LaHaye, the outside hitter for the Manatees, puts the ball up in the air. Ball goes back in play. Barber, Colon, back to Barber. Hard shot goes out of play on that left side. PHSC down hefty. It is 7-2 now early inside the first set. PHSC resets as the Manatees will deliver the ball here. Ball is up in the air. Great dig there, set by Gonzalez, hard shot by Barber. The Manatees reset, here comes the third touch. Dig by Bravo, set by Gonzalez, so call with her shot. Manatees now go back with their touch. And once again, Maya Sharp from Tel Aviv, Israel, puts the ball down for a confirmed kill. It is 8-2 now. Manatees in control early. With a good crowd on hand tonight, excuse me. LaHaye once again serving the ball for State College of Florida. First touch by Colon, set by Gonzalez. Fake out shot by Hernandez. Ball is deflected back up in the air. And a killer shot up front on the right side goes past two Bobcats. Ariana Spain-Howler from Bradenton, Florida, the outside hitter sophomore, adds the 9th point for State College of Florida. PHSC trying to hold on early as the Manatees will once again serve. The Missouri native puts the ball up in the air. First touch by Colon, set by Gonzalez. Fake out actually, and the job of Gonzalez there with that fake out in particular adds a point for PHSC. 9-3 is the score. PHSC down by 3. Or by 6, I should say. Excuse me on that error, as it is now time for PHSC to serve the ball. Elena Carter puts the ball up in the air for Pasco-Hernando. Here comes the set. And a little too late on that one. Adds a point for PHSC. Number 1, Ariana Spain-Howler trying to get that ball as it came down on the left side of me. It is now 9-4. Elena Carter will once again serve for Pasco-Hernando. Ball is up in the air. Here comes the first touch, the set, the attack, and the confirmed bounce back kill there by Ariana Spain-Howler. The Bradenton, Florida resident adds the 10th point. State College of Florida in double digits. Spain-Howler will serve for the Manatees. PHSC down by 6 early inside the first set. Colon, Carter, and goes back down, and a great job there by number 11, Kirsten Shaw from Hawthorne, Florida. The freshman adds the 5th point. They're down by 5 as Sydney Freyer now steps into the game for Pasco-Hernando. The defensive specialist from Palm Harbor, Florida, went to East Lake High School. Ball is up in the air. Here comes the third touch as it goes back out to play. Freyer, you have Carter. There's a shot by Rays. Ball is reset, put in motion. You have Bravo. Carter calls for it. Back to Colon. And it's a point for State College of Florida. A great shot, though, by Colon. Just goes past one of the Manatees and out of play. It is now 11-5, a 6-point lead. Defensive formation up front for the Manatees. PHSC laying back on the middle side of their court. Great dig there by Freyer, and a communication error up front by Polano Reyes. I don't know if Polano Reyes knew that the ball was coming down and we're going to have a timeout early. PHSC down by 7 inside the first set as we have a 60-second timeout. Good crowd on hand tonight here in Pasco-Hernando State College, the West Campus, Building K, home of many of our athletics, from baseball to basketball, softball, volleyball. And of course, this leads me to the opportunity to talk about one thing in particular. If you do want to know, the games are free for everyone to enjoy. Yes, free. So if you're looking for something fun to do on the weekend or just passionate about the game, this is the best way to do it. From baseball to softball, volleyball, basketball, and more. For more information about upcoming home games, go to the PHSC Athletics website or check out our socials. As we get a wide shot here, PHSC back on the court, down by 7 inside the first set. Again, even match in terms of record here. PHSC with a 1-5 conference record. Manatees with a 1-5 conference record. As the game will resume, Maya Sharp, the rotational player, the freshman from Tel Aviv, Israel, is going to put the ball in play. Ball is up in the air. And that one goes out of play. PHSC down by 6. 12-6 is the score. As we get the ball here for PHSC, Pasco-Hernando. Number 6, Avery O'Call, putting the ball in motion. Fake out, hard shot, ball is deflected. One too many touches as it goes down on the ground. PHSC with a bounce back kill, a point I should say. 12-7 is the score right now. Once again, Avery O'Call, the middle hitter, opposite hitter from Ocala, Florida, puts the ball up in the air for PHSC. Here comes the touch, the set, the attack. Cologne now back out to O'Call. Cologne sets it up. Dig back up in the air. Great opportunity by the middle person up front for PHSC, that being Cubero. Here comes the set, the attack by Rays. Manatees still hold on somehow, some way. Here comes her shot. You have Carter who calls for it. Rays with her attempted kill. That ball is put back in motion. Carter. Here comes Cologne with her hard corner shot. The attack. Cologne. Carter with the fake out. Dig up front for the Manatees. Here comes the third touch. Once again, Carter, Freyer to Cologne. And that's going to be a great shot by Cologne. Deflected off the hands of two Manatees players. Number 6, Janisha Graham, and number 9, Abigail Jaquay. And PHSC only down by 4 in this instance. 12-8 is the score. A back and forth affair between these two teams. Hard shot, Great Wall of Pasco formation as Freyer puts it back out to the Manatees side. Here's the set. The attack ball is put up in the air, deflected off the hands of both Cubero and Cologne. It is 13-8 now. The Manatees will have possession of the ball on this particular serve. Ball is up in the air for the Manatees. First touch by Bravo, then Carter. Cologne with her shot. Ball is put up in the air. Deflected block. Great job there. Here comes Carter. Calls to Cologne. Ball is put up in the air. Goes back inside Bobcats territory. Great job by number 13 on the Bobcats roster, Kaylin Polano Reyes. 13-9 is now the score for Pasco-Hernando. They're down by a couple, but nevertheless, great plays up front as PHSC will serve the ball. Number 2, Isabella Gonzalez will be serving the ball. The sophomore from Miami, Florida. Great Wall of Pasco formation up front as PHSC serves the ball. It is up in the air, but it hits the net. It is now 14-9. State College of Florida will now have the ball. Getting ready to serve here is number 7, Addison Konopka. As Gonzalez with the set, fake out hard shot by Cologne. Ball is kept up in the air for the Manatees. And an awkward shot by Ava Turner hits the net and is now a 4-point game. PHSC down by 4. Substitution for Sydney Freyer, number 11 on the Bobcats roster. Kirsten Shaw will be in for Freyer as number 14. Once again, Alanis Cologne, the outside hitter from Orlando, Florida, serves the ball for the Lady Bobcats. The touch, the set. Here comes the attack. Gonzalez with the set. Barber with the confirmed kill up front. Graceful. A graceful kill right there. Smooth as Land O'Lakes butter. It is 14-11 now. A 3-point deficit. The Bobcats onto something here as Cologne will once again serve for the Lady Bobcats. Ball is up in the air. And that one goes out of play. It is 15-11. State College of Florida only down by 10 to potentially secure the serve as once again, number 0, Ava Turner, the outside hitter from Riverview, Florida, serves the ball for State College of Florida. Here's the set by Gonzalez. Fake out hard shot by Barber, and a confirmed kill by Barber. Barber with a successful corner shot. Makes it a 3-point game. 15-12 is the score, as number 17, Andrea Bravo for Pasco-Hernando, will be serving the ball. The sophomore from Davenport, Florida. Ball is up in the air. Ball up high. Here comes the attack. That one goes out of play off the hands of number 15 for the Lady Manatees, Maya Sharp. And we're going to have a timeout after that particular exchange. 15-13 is the score here. Wow, from the first timeout to the second timeout, what a transition. The Bobcats bouncing back, but can they keep it up? That is the question. Again, a team has to win 3 sets in order to win a match tonight. Again, the Bobcats in a particular situation, as after this home game, they're going away for a while. We're talking about 7 away games. And so for PHSC, this could be a potential defying game for the Lady Bobcats here. As we have 40 seconds left on this timeout, we will take a quick break here. Do not go anywhere. 15-13, Manatees leading against the Bobcats in the first set. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, here inside the first set. PHSC only down by 2 inside. Once again, the first set, they're up against the Lady Manatees, State College of Florida, as Andrea Bravo for Pasco-Hernando serves the ball. And that one goes out of play. I believe that was by number 15, Maya Sharp of the Manatees, and now it is a 1-point game. Went to the stands there. A hefty crowd tonight, a great crowd tonight, as Bravo will once again serve. Defensive formation up front. Touch, here comes the set, the attack. You have Bravo, Gonzalez, then you have Shaw, and a ball that was deflected up front on top by the Manatees. It is now a tied game, 15-15. Kirsten Shaw with the attack, and then it was tipped up by a Manatee, leading the game to be tied 15-15 inside the first set. Bravo serving the ball for Pasco-Hernando. Ball is up in the air. Here comes the set, the attack, deflected up front, and an awkward slide there. Number 10, Kaden Barber with the dig, and then it went off of Avery O'Call's chest as she slid awkwardly onto the ground. It is 16-15 now. The Manatees will be serving the ball. Bailey LaHaye serves the ball for the Manatees. Set by Gonzalez, fake out, hard shot by Barber, and Barber with a bounce back kill. Ties it back up, 16-16. Gonzalez is out of the game. Barber is out of the game as Elena Carter steps in. Kaylin Polano-Reyes steps in. The latter, Alana Carter from Wesley Chapel, Florida, the freshman, the defensive specialist, serving the ball on the left side. Here comes the set, the attack, and there's no one there to grab it. It is 17-16. And this will lead an opportunity for the Manatees. Number 1, Ariana Spainhauer, the sophomore from Bradenton, Florida, serves the ball as an awkward exchange up front by the Lady Bobcats. Bravo with the first touch as it slid down earlier than expected to Elena Carter. And once again, number 1, Ariana Spainhauer serving the ball for the Manatees. Bravo. Then you have Carter, and a ball deflected up front by Shaw. It is now 19-16. A 3-point lead for the Lady Manatees. again, Dean Wilson has talked to me about pressure, right? PHSC has to stay on top of their game in order to keep up with the pressure. Great shot by O'Call, tipped up front. As an error there that hits the net. Maya Sharp with that last touch for the Manatees. It is now a 2-point game. 19-17 is the score. State College of Florida still leading it, though, as number 15, Sydney Freyer, serving the ball for the Lady Bobcats. The Palm Harbor freshman, 5'7", putting the ball up in the air. Ball kept back in. Cologne, Carter, great shot by O'Call. Who's going to grab that one? Carter, Bravo, back to Cologne. Ball is put up in the air. Cologne puts it back in. Dig on the left corner for the Manatees. Ball put back in motion, and a tip up by Sydney Freyer leaves Andrea Bravo with no room. It is 20-17 inside the first set. The Manatees reach 20. Number 15 for the Manatees here, Maya Sharp, the freshman from Tel Aviv, Israel, will serve the ball for State College of Florida. First touch by Bravo, set by Carter. Rays with her shot and a great kill. A great bounce back kill up front there. It is 20-18, just a 2-point game, but nevertheless, a team has to reach 25 points and lead at least by 2 in order to win a set, as number 6, Avery O'Call, puts the ball in motion for the Lady Bobcats. And it's deflected off the hands of number 15, Maya Sharp, for the Manatees. It is now a 1-point game, 20-19, and PHSC will be serving the ball once again. Ball is up in the air by O'Call. Here comes the set. Fake out the attack. And somehow O'Call keeps it back in. Freyer puts it back out to the Manatees. They reset. Great block up front. And there they go. Excellent job by Rays. Rays and Cubero tie the game 20-20 after an excellent block up front, denying the access of the volleyball to their territory. It is 20-20. The game is tied. Set. Here comes the attack. Great dig by a Lady Bobcat. Ball put up in the air, and a great job again by Rays. Rays is here to stay. A trickler as it goes down slowly but surely onto the Manatees side. It is 21-20. PHSC leading here. Here comes the attack, and that goes out of play. Another point for Pasco-Hernando. The hard attack by Janisha Graham goes out of play, and PHSC coming back strong. 22-20 now with a 60-second timeout. This is exactly what the Lady Bobcats need. Great up-front defensive formation. You have great serving, excellent digs in the middle part of their territory. And for the Lady Bobcats, they just have to keep it up. Can they translate it to finish strong inside this first set? Can they do it in the second? Can they do it in the third? Right? The Bobcats, again, has had some great moments so far in terms of the broadcasting we've had here this past season. But moments are moments. We want a great game. We want every single shot to go and be a kill. We want every single moment of communication to be outright consistent. The worries inside the early part of this first set are depleting. But for the Bobcats, they have to finish the plate. They got to eat the spaghetti. They got to put it in the dishwasher. They have to do that before they can say, I'm done. So 22-20 is now the score here. PHSC leading as number 6, Avery O'Call, serving the ball for Pasco-Hernando, the freshman from Ocala, Florida. The ball is up in the air, and it's deflected off a Manatee there, number 11, Alina Hernandez. It is 23-20 now. They are 2 away from winning the first set. as O'Call once again for Pasco-Hernando serves the ball. Ball back in. Great job by O'Call, but it goes out of play on that particular exchange. Great diving effort by O'Call. Able to rush and get in, but the ball went out on the right side to the stands here as number 2, Johales Colon, the libero from Points, Puerto Rico, serves the ball up in the air. First touch by Freyer, then Carter. Cubero, ball is put back up in the air. Here comes their attempted shot, tipped up front and right to us. A diving effort there by number 14, Alanis Colon, is unfortunately a little too late. It is 23-22 now. A 1-point lead for Pasco-Hernando. The game very close inside this first set as Colon puts the ball in the air. O'Call back to our other Colon as the Manatees put their shot, block up front, dig by Colon, set by Carter, shot by Rays, and they get the point for PHSC. The Lady Bobcats with a great defensive effort. The ball tipped up by 2 Manatees on the deep right side as it went out of play. It is 24-22 now. PHSC within 1 to win the first set as number 2, Isabella Gonzalez, the sophomore from Miami, Florida, getting ready to make her move. The ball is up in the air. Here comes the set. Now the attack for the Manatees. Freyer, Gonzalez, fake out, shot by Barber, and Barber gets it done. They get the first set here in Newport Richey, Florida. Great job. And just like the last broadcast we had with Florida State College of Jacksonville, Barber with a hard shot, getting it done and adding to the momentum they've had so far early inside this game. PHSC leading 1-0 as we enter the second set. And we get a wide shot here of the great fans in town for both the Manatees and for PHSC. If you want to keep up with the latest news on our Bobcats, check out our social media pages. Go to @AthleticsPHSC on X, PHSC Athletics on Instagram and Facebook, and follow our PHSC Athletics YouTube channel. And with that, we will take a quick break. Do not go anywhere. PHSC up 1-0 entering the second set. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, here inside the beginning of the second set. PHSC up against State College of Florida. The Bobcats up against the Manatees here as PHSC is leading 1-0 overall after their great first set. A bounce back halfway through, and PHSC confident so far. Can the Manatees bounce back? That is the question. As PHSC head coach for the volleyball team, Deanne Wilson, told me in one word, this team is scrappy. The Manatees are. And PHSC hoping to do something here as both are sitting with a 1-5 conference record. So one team is walking out of here with a 2-5 conference record. The latter is going with a 1-6 conference record. Again, PHSC will be playing now to my left on my broadcasting perspective as the Manatees will be playing to my right. Again, great crowd on hand tonight inside Newport Richey, Florida. The West Campus as the Lady Manatees will be serving the ball. State College of Florida wearing that blue uniform as number 7, Addison Konopka, puts the ball in motion. First touch by Cologne, set by Gonzalez, hard shot by Cubero. And a great first point for PHSC. It is 1-0. 1-0 early inside the second set as number 17, Andrea Bravo, the sophomore from Davenport, Florida, serving the ball for Pasco-Hernando. Defensive formation up front, 3 wide. As we are waiting on the serve. Ball is up in the air. Here comes the touch, the set, the attack. Ball deflected back up. Great job by Shaw. Bouncing off of Bravo to Kirsten Shaw. Goes out of play, however. It is now tied 1-1. Volleyball is a game about angles. You cannot tell me that. The ability to be on your feet is so important for the Lady Bobcats here as Gonzalez has the set. The attack by O'Call. First touch by O'Call. Now set by Gonzalez. Here comes Barber. Ball is put back in play for the Manatees. Here comes their shot that goes in play past Cologne. It is now 2-1. The Manatees able to get that one on the deep right corner. From my perspective, it is 2-1 now as the Manatees will once again be serving the ball. Ball is up in the air. First touch by Bravo, then Cologne, goes back to Barber. The Manatees resetting with their set. Here comes the attack. Ball is kept in, however. Bravo with the set. Shaw with the confirmed kill as number 8 on the Manatees roster, Bailey LaHaye, trying to dive down and grab that one in particular. It is 2-2, a tied game early inside the second set as number 4, Elena Carter, will be serving the ball for PHSC, the defensive specialist from Wesley Chapel, Florida. Ball is up in the air. Touch, the set. Here comes the attack. First touch by Cologne, set by Bravo. Reyes with her shot. It's a point for PHSC off the left corner. Waiting for the scoreboard confirmation. And we're having it 3-2. Waiting on the scoreboard there. 3-2 is the score as Carter once again serving the ball for Pasco-Hernando. The ball is out of play. Goes out of bounds on the baseline there. It is a tied game now, 3-3. As number 8 for the Manatees, Bailey LaHaye, the outside hitter from Camdenton, Missouri, the freshman, serving the ball for State College of Florida. Ball is up in the air. And an awkward first touch there by Cologne adds a point for the Manatees. It is 4-3 now. Once again, LaHaye serving the ball for the Manatees. Ball is up in the air. The set by Carter. And a great job there by number 13, Kaylin Polano Reyes. Gets the kill. It is a 4-4 game now, as PHSC will have possession of the ball. Number 15, Sydney Freyer, the freshman from Palm Harbor, Florida, serving the ball for the Lady Bobcats. Again, the game is tied 4-4 inside the second set. The ball is put in motion. The set. Here comes the third touch. First touch by PHSC. Shot by O'Call, deflected up front. Goes outside of the Manatees' territory. And the decision goes in the Manatees' favor. O'Call saving that shot, and then the ball was deflected up front by two Manatees players, and then it went past to the right side into the stands. But they're calling it as a point for the Manatees. It is 5-4, but nevertheless, the Bobcats have to reset as number one, Ariana Spainhauer, the sophomore from Bradenton, Florida, puts the ball in motion for the Manatees. The set by Carter, and a great fake-out job there by Avery O'Call. Ties the game 5-5 now. PHSC with the ball as we speak of it. Avery O'Call serving the ball for PHSC. The middle hitter puts the ball up in the air. Here comes the set, the attack. Ball put up by Freyer. Shot by Cologne. Manatees reset. They have possession. Fake out hard. Shot. Ball put back up in the air by Sydney Freyer. Here comes their attempted shot. Great block, but it's a little too late for Sydney Freyer trying to grab that dig as it went behind two players, two PHSC players to be more specific. It is 6-5 now as number 15 for the Manatees roster, Maya Sharp, the rotational player from Tel Aviv, Israel. Ball is up in the air. Here comes the set by Carter. The attack by Rays. Rays puts it back out. Bravo puts it in. Fake out, hard shot in the center. PHSC resets. And an awkward shot up front by Cologne. Not enough power as the Manatees will once again serve. It is 7-5 now. Ball kept in play by Bravo, and then it was to Cologne, but Cologne not enough firepower to put it over the net. Sharp for the Manatees puts the ball up in the air. Here comes the set, now the attack by Freyer. Ball is put into motion for the Manatees. Fake out. Bravo, Carter, fake out. And a great job by PHSC, number 13 in particular, that being Kalen Polano Rays, as it was tipped up by a Manatee player on that shot. 7-6 is the score. They're down by one, as number 2, Isabella Gonzalez, will be serving the ball for Pasco-Hernando. The setter, 5'10", sophomore from Miami, Florida. Ball is up in the air. They're calling a point for PHSC. The game is now tied 7-7. I wonder as to why. As we're going to reset here, can't really get a reason as to why. I can't hear the officials on my end, but nevertheless, Gonzalez will be serving the ball for Pasco-Hernando once again. The ball is up in the air by Gonzalez. Here comes the set, the attack, ball deflected, put up by Bravo. Set by Gonzalez, hard shot by Cologne. Cologne in the zone. An excellent kill on the right corner. Adds a point, takes the lead. PHSC up 8-7 now inside the second set. PHSC up 1-0 overall. Again, the team has to win 3 sets. Defensive formation, the Great Wall of Pasco up front as Gonzalez serves the ball. Here comes the set, the attack. Great defensive form by Caden Barber and Cubero. Batman and Robin stopping the ball in its tracks. And PHSC up 9-7 now. Isabella Gonzalez once again serving the ball for Pasco-Hernando. Ball up in the air, tipped off by the net. Here comes the attack. Barber goes way back out to Freyer, excuse me. Now back out to Bravo. Manatees now have possession of the ball. Ball tipped up. Bravo with the set. Barber back out. Ball put in motion. Bravo with her set. Ball is up in the air into Cologne. Ball tipped up. One too many touches as two Manatees goes down on the ground. PHSC with double digits. It is now 10-7. And with that, we're going to have a timeout called by the Manatees here. 10-7 is the score. Great defensive formation up front. I want to talk about that for just a second while we have this 60-second timeout here. The defensive formation up front is so vital for PHSC. Talking about Barber and Cubero and Hernandez, and that is so important for PHSC because they're really good at it. You know, Kaylee Brackens, for example, has been instrumental in our last game that we had in terms of an opponent like this, where they were below 500, that being Florida State College of Jacksonville. Barber is getting into her own type of identity, right? She loves those right corner shots offensively, but when she's up front with Cubero or Brackens, that's where the magic really starts to happen for PHSC. And for PHSC, they're up right now, 10-7, up by 3 into double digits. Can PHSC lead it overall 2-0? That is the question as State College of Florida is back out. PHSC back out as Isabella Gonzalez, number 2 on the Bobcats roster, will be serving the ball. PHSC with the defensive formation, linear 3, as the ball is up in the air, tipped off the net, and a great job there by Gonzalez. An ace, as it is now 11-7, tipped off the net to the right side, as Gonzalez once again will be serving the ball. The sophomore from Miami, Florida, the setter, 5'10", went to St. Brendan High School, is now part of the PHSC family. And that ball goes out of play on that particular exchange. 11-8 is now the score. The Manatees will now have possession of the ball. Number 6, Janisha Graham, the middle and opposite hitter from Lake Hamilton, Florida, will be serving the ball for the Manatees. Ball is up in the air. The set by Gonzalez, fake out, shot by Barber. Manatees keep it back in, and a correlating effort by number 1, Ariana Spainhauer, and number 0, Ava Turner, goes awry. Ball went vertical, nowhere to go, and PHSC now up by 4, 12-8. As number 14, Alanis Colon, the outside hitter from Orlando, Florida, puts the ball up in the air. Here comes the set. Now the attack. Set by Gonzalez. Barber with her shot. It's a great kill by Barber. Anything you can do, I can do better. Barber with an excellent shot that goes past number 8 of the Manatees, that being Bailey LaHaye. And PHSC up 13-8 now. Once again, Cologne serving the ball for Pasco-Hernando. Defensive formation up front for PHSC. Ball is up in the air. Here comes the touch. The set. And ball goes out of play. It is 14-8 now. PHSC once again will be serving the ball. Once again, Cologne serving the ball for PHSC. The outside hitter making her mark. Here comes the set and the attack. Great job there to keep it in by Shaw. Shot by Barber, deflected back out, and nowhere to go for Cologne as it went out of play. 14-9 is the score, as the Manatees will now have possession. Addison Konopka stepping in for number 3, Sabrina Calhoun of the Lady Manatees. Ball is put up in the air. Set by Gonzalez, put out by Shaw. Deflected shot goes past LaHaye, and PHSC hits 15 points. 15-9 is the score within the second set. Andrea Bravo wearing that gray and yellow jersey for PHSC serving the ball. The libero from Davenport, Florida. Ball is up in the air. The set. Here comes the third touch. And a great effort by Bravo. A little too sharp on that angle. And now the Manatees enter double digits. Excuse me. It is 15-10 now. Konopka once again serving the ball, or should I say Turner was. Set by Gonzalez, shot by Barber. Ball put back in motion. Manatees with their exchange. Once again set by Gonzalez, put out to the right. Hard shot by Shaw! Shaw getting it all. Great job there by Kirsten Shaw, number 11 on the Bobcats roster. The outside hitter from Hawthorne, Florida, making her mark, adding the 16th point and a confirmed kill for her. 16-10 is the score for Pasco-Hernando. They're leading by 6 as PHSC will once again serve the ball. Elena Carter, the defensive specialist, putting the ball in motion. Set the attack. Ball put back out by Carter. Fake out, hard shot by Shaw, and it goes out of play. But they're calling it a point for PHSC. I think it might have been a player that touched the ball on that shot by Shaw. But nevertheless, it is 17-10. Once again, Carter serving the ball for Pasco-Hernando. Ball deflected way back out. They got to put it in for the Manatees here. Set by Carter. Ball deflected with a defensive formation up front by number 17, Erica Freeman. And number 1, Ariana Spainhauer. 17-11 is the score. PHSC still up, though, as number 8, Bailey LaHaye, the outside hitter from Missouri, the freshman, is going to serve the ball here. Ball up in the air. First touch by Cologne, reeled in by Carter. Shaw puts it back out. Ball is tipped up by the Manatees. They reset. First touch, here comes the set by Bravo. Shaw with her shot. Floater up in between. They keep it in somehow. O'Call now back to Rays. Rays with her shot. It's a kill by Rays. She's got it for days. Rays here to save the day. 18-11 is the score. As Sydney Freyer of Pasco-Hernando will be serving the ball. Number 15 on the Bobcats roster. Defensive formation up front, 3 wide for PHSC. Ball is up in the air. It goes out of play, however. And the Manatees will now have possession, taking their turn. 18-12 is the score right now. As Ariana Spainhauer serves the ball for State College of Florida. Set by Carter, shot by Cologne. Ball put back up in the air inside the Manatees territory. Someone's got to grab it. And no one will. A diving effort by Sydney Freyer, but Addison Konopka from Riverview, Florida, gets the ball for State College of Florida. It is 18-13 now, a 5-point lead as Spainhauer served it. O'Call puts it back out as the Manatees reset. Here's going to be a hard shot. Freyer now back out to Cologne, and they keep it in somehow. Ball put back in. Freyer. Then you have Carter. Manatees reset. Tipped up by O'Call. And no one's going to grab it. But they're calling a point for PHSC. Yes, they will. 19-13 is now the score off of that particular decision as number 6, Avery O'Call, the middle hitter and opposite hitter, 5'8", from Ocala, Florida, will be serving the ball. Ball is up in the air. Here comes the set. The attack, great block shot by PHSC. They reach 20. Two Lady Bobcats up front on the right side. Leads to PHSC reaching their 20th point. The Manatees down by 7. As once again, Avery O'Call serving the ball for Pasco-Hernando. The set, ball put back out in play. Freyer to Carter to Rays. Great kill by Rays! Rays setting the whole world on fire as it is now 21-13. PHSC serving the ball. It's up in the air and it goes out of play by O'Call. 21-14 is the score. Kaylin Polano Rays is to the left here. Keep an eye out on her. Again, getting great shots on the corners as the ball is put up in the air for the Manatees, and that ball goes out of play. A shot that just went a little over by Maya Sharp. It is 22-14 as number 2, Isabella Gonzalez, will be serving the ball for PHSC. As we resume play, Gonzalez with her shot. Ball is up in the air. And no one's gonna get it. And PHSC now up 23-14. Sharp had a shot. It was in the middle of the court. Addison Konopka trying to tell someone to grab it, but no one was getting there in time. 23-14 is the score here as Isabella Gonzalez of Pasco-Hernando will be serving the ball. Ball is up in the air. The touch, here comes the set. Fake out actually. They keep it in. Bravo, now to Barber. Blocked shot. And a defensive maneuvering by the Manatees there adds a point. Ava Turner and number 6, Janisha Graham, adds a point for the Manatees on that exchange as Graham will be serving the ball now for the Manatees. Ball is up in the air. It goes out of play. 24-15 now. PHSC within 1 to grab the second set. As number 14, Alanis Colon, the freshman from Orlando, Florida, serving the ball for PHSC. Waiting on her shot. The ball is up in the air. Here comes the set. The attack. Set by Gonzalez. Shot by Barber. And Barber gets it done. Goes off a Manatee. Out of play. And PHSC grabs the second set. 25-15 now. They lead 2-0 overall as we now enter the third set. PHSC on a sugar high right now. The question is, they cannot be fazed by this sugar high. They have to get the job done. And for the Manatees, the question is, will there be a comeback, a bounce back of some sort? If so, will the Bobcats be well adequated to make sure that that is shut down instantaneously? As we have 2 minutes and 32 seconds left in this intermission. Do not go anywhere. We will enter the third set here in Newport Richey, Florida. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Here, just wanted a quick announcement and update. Obviously, here at PHSC Athletics, we want to update everyone as much as possible on all of our sports. But here on the broadcast, we will give it to you first. The women's soccer team won 3-0 at their home game in Wesley Chapel against Trinity Baptist College. Again, winning 3-0, a shutout win. So congratulations for them on their home game as we have PHSC getting ready on the court here. Again, the Manatees in their little huddle. I got the confirmation about this win by head coach Mark Leonard. With 30 seconds here inside this timeout. The temperature is high here in Newport Richey, Florida. Deanne Wilson saying, it's hot in here. It is. It is hot in here right now. Maybe literally or metaphorically, it depends on the context. It's getting hot over here. I'm just feeling the excitement right now off of this volleyball team. The Lady Bobcats, again, doing what they need to do. The question is, can they get the job done, right? We have seen teams that have a 2-0 lead, then they go and lose in the 5th set, which can happen, by the way, if there is a scenario in which the game is tied 2-2. 2 sets for PHSC, 2 sets for State College of Florida. What happens is we'll go into a 5th set, and the team now has to reach 15 points and still lead at least by 2 when they reach that marker. Once again, PHSC will be to my right from my broadcasting perspective, and then the Manatees, State College of Florida, to my left. PHSC will be serving the ball here in this 3rd set. Alanis Colon, the outside hitter, had some great shots, had some great serves. She'll be serving the ball for PHSC inside the 3rd set. And that ball goes way back out, kept in, though, by the Manatees. First touch by Colon, set by Gonzalez. Shot by Barber, and it goes out of play. You'll see throughout this game that Kaden Barber, number 10 on the Bobcats roster, really likes the left or right corners, right? She wants to get that shot past a defender where they're unable to reach as quickly as possible. As the Manatees serve the ball here. And Bravo unable to control that ball as it goes past me. Kirsten Shaw with a valiant effort nevertheless. It is now 2-0 early. The Manatees leading here as number 0, Ava Turner, serves the ball for the Manatees. Set by Gonzalez. Bravo puts it back out for PHSC. Here comes the attack. One too many touches, actually. Don't know what they were going for there. It is now 2-1, a 1-point lead for the Manatees, as Andrea Bravo for Pasco-Hernando State College will be serving the ball. The 5'5" sophomore from Davenport, Florida. Ball is up in the air, but it's tipped off the net and trickles down, hits the Manatees side of things. The game is tied 2-2. You never know what's going to happen if the ball is going to either tip off the net, it could trickle down, or it's going to be a clean serve. You never know. The reaction speed is so vital for these teams in order to keep up. As we get the set here, a diving effort. Ball put back in by the Manatees. Fake out by Gonzalez. Bravo with the first touch. Gonzalez with a second. Shot by Barber. Little trickler, and Barber gets it done. 3-2 now is the score. They are leading here by 1. As once again, Andrea Bravo of Pasco-Hernando will be serving the ball here. Again, great crowd on hand tonight. A larger crowd at that. We want all of our fans to join us here. The games are 100% free as the ball is put up in the air with the set. Here comes the attack. Great block by O'Call. Manatees reset here. Their shot. Bravo now to Gonzalez. Puts it back out to Manatees territory. Here comes the next attempted shot. Cologne and O'Call trying to do something there with the help of Gonzalez. But the game is tied 3-3. Bailey LaHaye, the outside hitter, the freshman, serving the ball now. It is a tied game inside the 3rd set, 3-3. Ball is up in the air. First touch by Shaw, set by Gonzalez. Back to Shaw. Ball is kept alive by the Manatees. First touch by Bravo, then Gonzalez. Now to Barber with a little floater. That goes back in play for the Manatees. They reset. Ball is put up high to Bravo. Set by Gonzalez. Fake out, heart shot by Shaw. And the ball is counted towards, I believe, the Manatees on that particular exchange. The team celebrating early. It is 4-3. The Manatees now leading by 1. As Bailey LaHaye once again serving the ball. Ball is up in the air. Set by Gonzalez. Fake out. Shot by Barber. Gets the kill there. Game is tied 4-4. Gonzalez is out of the game. Barber is out of the game as Elena Carter, number 4, is in to serve, and number 13 is in to defend, that being Kaylin Polano-Reyes. Carter with the shot. Here comes the set and the attack and the confirmed kill by the Manatees. Number 17, Erica Freeman, showing some emotion. It is now 5-4. Manatees leading by 1. An upfront kill as the Manatees will serve here. Number 11, Alina Hernandez, the libero from Tampa, Florida. Ball is up in the air. First touch by Bravo, then set by Carter. Fake out by Shaw. Ball is reset for the Manatees here. Ball is up in the air. Shaw, Carter to O'Call. Ball dangling around. Bravo now to Carter. Fake out. Here comes Reyes. Ball is back up in the air. Bravo to Shaw now. Tips it back up into play. Manatees reset. Hard corner shot. Bravo. Carter calls for it. Here comes Shaw. Ball is blocked. And a communication error up in front between Cologne and Carter ends the play for PHSC. What would have been a momentum building play, I should say, excuse me. And suddenly it is 6-4 here as the Manatees serve the ball. Ball kept back in. They got to do something here. Bravo puts it back out with the third touch. Hard shot and a kill there that goes past number 17, Andrea Bravo. Ariana Spainhauer with the kill, the outside hitter for Bradenton, Florida, gets the 7th point for State College of Florida. It is 7-4, up by 3, as Alina Hernandez once again will be serving the ball for the Manatees. Ball is up in the air. First touch set by Carter, shot by Reyes. Another great shot there by Reyes. A great shot by Reyes, but are they calling it for PHSC? They're not. They're calling it for the Manatees. Reyes stunned. I think the crowd is stunned. Able to quickly accelerate with a bounce back blocked shot. Puts it down sharply for the confirmed kill, at least for a millisecond, as now the officials are discussing it. As of right now, it is 8-4. They've called it for the Manatees. Deanne Wilson and crew calling it, waiting for it, and the decision is made. It is reversed. PHSC gets the point. It is 7-5. They're only down by 2, which means PHSC will be serving the ball. Number 15, Sydney Freyer, the defensive specialist from Palm Harbor, Florida, waiting on the discussion between the center official and the head coach for the Manatees, but play will resume eventually. Defensive formation up front, the Great Wall of Pasco. Once again, Freyer serving the ball. Ball is up in the air. Here comes the set and the attack. Great dig there by Reyes. Goes to Cologne. Ball is deflected back up front. One too many touches there. 4 touches to be exact. trying to keep the ball in motion between number 4, Carter, and O'Call. Just getting that confirmation on that last particular play as number 1 of the Manatees, Ariana Spainhauer, serves the ball. It's set by Carter. Hard shot by O'Call. O'Call has got it all with a great corner shot. PHSC only down by 2. The help of Carter and O'Call resetting after that fumble. It is now 8-6, and that's a great shot by O'Call once again as it went down. It is 8-7, a 1-point lead for the Manatees. PHSC on the heels of State College of Florida. Here comes the set. Now the attack. Freyer. Now to Carter. To Rays, and that ball is deflected. Goes out of play by a Manatee. It's called for PHSC, and ladies and gentlemen, the game is tied early, 8-8 now. O'Call once again will be serving for Pasco-Hernando. Here comes the set and the attack. Ball is up in the air with Freyer with the set. Cologne with the attack. Here comes the set and the third touch. Block shot. Ball is up in the air. Kept in somehow by Cologne. Someone's got to grab it. Freyer to Carter. Now back to Cologne in the center. PHSC resets 3 wide. Someone's got to grab it. Kept in by Freyer as O'Call puts it back out for PHSC. Freyer with the set. Cologne with her shot, and she's going to get it. She's going to get it. Cologne with the room and the speed to grab the kill. A little bit excited on my end, but nevertheless, this is what exactly PHSC needs. 9-8 is the score. Ball is up in the air. The set. Here comes the attack. Goes back out. Set by Carter. Hot shot by Rays. It's a point for PHSC. Deflected. Tipped off by, I believe, a Manatees player, and PHSC is in double digits. And with that, we're going to have a timeout here. 10-8 is the score. PHSC leading by 2 inside the third set. I know I sound wild up, but you have to understand it is an exciting game. The atmosphere in here is wonderful. And for PHSC, they're in double digits right now. Can PHSC finish out strong? Can they get a shutout win? Can they get their second conference win of the regular season? We will have to wait and see in just about 45 seconds. Do not go anywhere. More Bobcat action coming your way. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, here in Newport Richey, Florida. The third set inside Building K, the gymnasium. PHSC up 10-8 within the third set. They're leading 2-0 overall. Cologne is in the zone, had a great play the last time before our quick break, as once again PHSC will be serving the ball, that being Avery O'Call, number 6 for the Bobcats roster. Here comes the set, fake out, and the attack. Great job by O'Call to keep it back in. Hard shot deflected off of 2 Bobcats players. 10-9 now is the score. Cubero a little bit frustrated on that one, but nevertheless, they have to reset here. A 1-point game for PHSC. The Manatees serving the ball. Shot by LaHaye. Hits the net. And PHSC grabs an easy point. Should be 11-9. It is confirmed on the scoreboard. Caden Barber is in the game for Pasco-Hernando, and who is serving for PHSC? Number 2, Isabella Gonzalez. Number 2 on the roster, the sophomore from Miami, Florida, going to serve the ball here for PHSC. Ball is up in the air. Here comes the set. Attack on the right side, and a deflected shot off the hands of Barber and Cubero means that PHSC now only has a 1-point lead. It leads to number 7, Addison Konopka. The setter, sophomore from Riverview, Florida, will be serving the ball for State College of Florida. 11-10 is the score within the third set. Ball is up in the air. Here comes the set by Gonzalez. Hard shot by Barber, deflected off the hands of number 15 from the Manatees, that being Maya Sharp. It is now 12-10. PHSC will be serving. Kirsten Shaw is in the game for Sydney Freyer, as number 14, Alanis Colon, the outside hitter from Orlando, Florida, will be serving the ball for PHSC. Ball is up in the air, and it goes out of play on that serve. A 1-point game, 12-11 is the score within the third set. Ball up in the air for the Manatees. Bravo to Shaw, now to Barber with the third touch. Manatees reset with their set. And a hard confirmed kill that goes past Andrea Bravo, that being number 1, Ariana Spainhauer from Bradenton, Florida, the sophomore. Grabs a point, ties it for State College of Florida as Turner serves the ball for the Manatees. First touch set by Gonzalez, and it goes out of play without the result of Kirsten Shaw. But it is 12-13 on the scoreboard. Now they switch to the 13-12. It was a scoreboard error. So it is 13-12 as Andrea Bravo will be serving the ball for Pasco-Hernando wearing that gray jersey. Ball is up in the air. Here comes the set. Up high, the attack. First touch by Bravo. Set by Gonzalez. Fake out. Shot by Barber. Ball is deflected back up in the air. And a excellent, excellent play by number 6 on the Manatees roster, Jonisha Graham. Ties it 13-13. The Bobcats didn't even know. And we are in a very tight race inside the third set. Graham serves the ball here, and it goes out of play. That particular serve breaks the tie. 14-13 now is the score for Pasco-Hernando. Gonzalez is out, and Barber is out as Kaylin Polano-Reyes steps in, and Alana Carter, number 4, will be serving for Pasco-Hernando. Ball is up in the air, and that one goes out of play. 14-14 is now the score as number 15 on the Manatees roster, Maya Sharp, the rotational player from Tel Aviv, Israel, will be serving the ball for the Manatees. 4-wide defensive formation, out back. Ball is up in the air. Bravo puts it back in with the third touch. PHSC waiting for their move. Kirsten Shaw puts it back out. Another fake out shot. Here comes Shaw with her blocked shot. Shaw once again with her attack. Manatees reel it in. Tipped up in the air. Bravo to Carter. Now to Shaw. Ball is kept back in. And that one is out of play by number 17, Erica Freeman. A little too hard in the center. Goes out of play. It is 15-14. PHSC leading. And speaking of number 15, Sydney Freyer of Pasco-Hernando will be serving the ball in this particular exchange. Again, PHSC leading 2-0 overall inside this game. PHSC 10 points away from securing the shutout win. The Manatees hoping to make it 2-1 and create a bounce back. Rays communicating up front as Freyer serves the ball. Here comes the touch, the set, the attack. Ball kept in by Bravo. Great dig there. Manatees with their shot. Freyer with the set, goes to Bravo. Ball up short. Freyer now to Carter. Goes back out to Rays, and a block shot up front means PHSC will grab the point. 16-14 is the score here in Newport Richey, Florida. Once again, Sydney Freyer from Palm Harbor, Florida, serving the ball for PHSC as that one goes out of play. A little too hard on that one. It is 16-15 now. Leaves us an opportunity. Number 1, Ariana Spainhauer. She'll be serving the ball quickly up in the air. Set by Carter. Great job by O'Call. Inside the center. Spainhauer trying to get that one with her attempted dig. A little too late. It is 17-15 now. PHSC in control by 2 as number 6, Avery O'Call, will be serving the ball. The freshman from Ocala, Florida. Ball is up in the air. It is set in motion. Here comes the set, the potential attack, and the confirmed kill up front by number 0, Ava Turner. The freshman from Riverview, Florida, gets the 16th point within the third set as number 8, Bailey LaHaye, wearing that white and blue uniform, will be serving the ball for the Manatees. Waiting on it here. There might be just a tiny issue in terms of the positioning. We're waiting here. Again, 17-16 is the score. PHSC up by 1. The Manatees have possession. Still waiting on the decision here. Again, waiting on here. It seems to be a positioning issue. Trying to keep up with the action. And we're seeing here that it will no longer be LaHaye. It will be Erica Freeman, the middle hitter from Indianapolis, Indiana, will be serving the ball this time around for the Manatees. The ball put in motion by Freeman. First touch by Freyer, set by Carter. Cologne with her third touch. Ball is back in play for the Manatees. Hard shot. Cologne goes back out into Bobcats territory thanks to Janisha Graham. Went past Carter. Didn't even know. It is now a tied game, 17-17 inside this third set. Things are coming close here as Freeman once again will be serving the ball for the Manatees. First touch by Bravo, fake out by Carter, dig there by a fellow Manatee. They reset. Ball up high to Freyer, now to Carter. Hard shot by, guess who? Number 13, Kaylin Polano-Reyes. Another confirmed kill as she heads back out to the bench, getting the 18th point for PHSC within the third set. Isabella Gonzalez, number 2 on the Bobcats roster, will be serving it for PHSC. Ball is up in the air, tipped off the net. Here comes the attack. First touch by Gonzalez, then to Bravo. Goes to Barber, and Barber with a nice job there. A little floater on the deep right side. It is 19-17 now. PHSC with a 2-point lead. And that means the Bobcats will have possession once again as number 15 on the Bobcats roster, Sydney Frayer, will be serving the ball. Or should I say not Sydney Frayer, gives it back to Gonzalez. Excuse me on that. Isabella Gonzalez, the sophomore from Miami, Florida, will be serving the ball here. Gonzalez with her serve. Here comes the set. And an attempted play by number 7, Addison Konopka, hits the net and gives PHSC their 20th point. They are within 5 to win the third set and potentially win the game. Gonzalez once again with her serve. And that one goes out of play on the right corner. 20-18 is the score. PHSC still leading by 2. As Addison Konopka, the setter from Riverview, Florida, she's a sophomore for the Manatees, puts the ball up in the air. First touch by Frayer. Bravo calls it for the set. Cologne with her shot, tipped up in the air by the Manatees as they reset. Ball up in the air by Gonzalez. Now to Bravo, goes on the corner to Barber. Ball deflected up in the air, counted as a point for the Lady Manatees. 20-19 is the score. I believe it was one too many touches, or maybe they went over the net, but nevertheless, once again, Konopka will be serving the ball for the Manatees. Ball is up in the air. Set by Gonzalez. Put back out. Manatees reset with their shot, deflected up in the air to Bravo, and then to Gonzalez. Another point for the Manatees, 20-20 now. It's a tied game. Deanne Wilson trying to call a timeout, asking how many timeouts, and we're gonna get a timeout for PHSC. The tables have turned just a little bit for Pasco-Hernando State College. The game is tied 20-20 against State College of Florida as we have a 60-second timeout. Do not go anywhere. PHSC leading here 2-0 overall, potentially leading the third set if they can win it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, here inside Newport Richey, Florida. It's a tied game within the third set, 20-20. PHSC within 5 to win in a shutout. They're leading 2-0 overall in terms of sets against State College of Florida as Konopka puts the ball up in the air. It's set by Frayer, now to Cologne. Ball is put back up to Barber, to Gonzalez, back to Cologne. Ball deflected, tipped up in the air. Gonzalez calls for it. Now to Bravo. Back out to Cologne, but it hits the net. The ball hits the net. It is 21-20. The Manatees will serve once again. They are within 4 to win their first set of the contest. PHSC within 5 to win the third set and win it all. But the Bobcats got to clean it up. Gonzalez now back out to Cologne. Ball is deflected, goes inside Manatee territory, and the game is tied 21-21. Kirsten Shaw steps in for Sydney Frayer as number 14, Alanis Cologne, will be serving the ball for Pasco-Hernando, the 5'10" freshman, outside hitter from Orlando, Florida. Ball is up in the air by Cologne. Put back up, set by Gonzalez, shot by Barber, deflected back up. Shaw puts it fourth. As we get the next attack, Barber to Gonzalez. Now back out to Barber, but I think she thought it was 2 touches. 1 too many touches. Ball doesn't go anywhere. And PHSC is now down by 1 as number 0, Ava Turner, serves the ball. I don't know what they're doing. Shaw puts it back out, though, successfully. They reset. Shaw to Gonzalez, now to Barber. Barber puts it out easy back to Manatee territory. Gonzalez with the set. Shaw with the attack and the confirmed kill to tie it back up. 22-22 now. An awkward series of events. At the beginning part of the play, Shaw able to keep the ball back in twice and then get the confirmed kill. Gonzalez showing some frustration as I believe the Manatees called a timeout. 22-22 is the score here. Isabella Gonzalez having a talk here with Deanne Wilson, the assistant coach to my right, talking with the rest of the team. PHSC within 3 to get a 3-0 shutout victory at home. Mind you, the next couple games are not going to be easy simply because they're going away. The whole purpose of this game tonight was to have a home win, to take that positive energy that they had at the first 2 sets and use that as a momentum builder. This game is about momentum, right? I cannot stress enough about that. Momentum is everything in this game because you have to take it 1 point at a time. That is what Deanne Wilson has said. That is what the coaching staff has said. That is what I have said on this broadcast. As PHSC goes back out on the court here, State College of Florida getting ready to go back out after their huddle with 7 seconds left on the timeout here. Andrea Bravo will be serving the ball for Pasco-Hernando, the sophomore from Davenport, Florida. Bravo bouncing the ball here. Great wall of Pasco formation up front on the net. Ball is up in the air. Here comes the set. Back out for the attack, and a kill there by number 1, Ariana Spinhauer. Just a little too short on the dig there by number 11, Kirsten Shaw. And now the Manatees will once again serve. LaHaye puts the ball in motion. Shaw to Gonzalez, but it actually goes up front to number 17, Erica Freeman. The team celebrating early. She had the kind of confirmed kill, I think, because she was up front putting a sharp angle shot, but the decision up front looks like it's going to go for potentially Pasco-Hernando, but now they're needing extra officials. Up center was PHSC. 2 up front. You had number 17, Erica Freeman, able to get the ball up in the air and do a sharp angle shot to grab what would have been the confirmed kill. But it is going to PHSC. The call stands for PHSC. It is a tied game. Whether it was 1 too many touches or the ball was up in the air and a hand was reaching over that net a little too far, it is a tied game as Carter serves the ball for Pasco-Hernando. Here comes the attack. Carter with the set. Shaw with attack. Ball is deflected, goes back up in the air and out of play. And PHSC with the 24th point. An effort deflected off the hands of Maya Sharp. Goes out of play, and this is match point. Elena Carter serves the ball. The set. Now the attack, and it goes out of play! And PHSC will grab it. They will get the third set. They will win 3-0 against the Manatees. And that means they will have a 4-10 overall record. PHSC, they'll have a 2-5 conference record. PHSC within themselves, I should say, will also be heading out on an extensive road trip and needing this win to cement the momentum that they needed. Momentum is everything, and they were so dominant in the first 2 sets. Carter, you had Cologne, you had Barber, you had the up-front formation. I mean, PHSC, what a great game. And hopefully this will translate as they go away for an extended period of time. I want to inform you about the next home game, as I have it right here on my iPhone, wanting to let you guys know. The next home game will be October 15th at 6 p.m. against St. Petersburg College, and then they'll have 3 more home games in the month of October, that being the 22nd, 24th, and 25th. All that information, by the way, is on the athletics website, PHSC Athletics website, and you can also check out our socials for more updates, as they have the group huddle right over here to my right. What a great game this was. And for everyone here at PHSC Athletics, we thank you so much for watching this game. We wish you a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Good night, everyone.